Loptop kind of, you know better. We don't say those words here. Does that not protect us? And with that, they carry off the coals again, and then she goes, "One more test." And she kind of takes you outside and takes you to the edge of the pond. Pond. There you go. And as you can see, towards where the gate is like a big muddy patch there. She takes you there and she goes, "Now we test your ability to find food." And she digs her hand in like really, really deep into the mud, like sucks in almost to the elbow, and pulls out her hand, and you can see some earthworms moving around in it. She like takes one out and puts it into her mouth and like sips it up and kind of chews on it for a while and says, "Your turn." Do any of you want to try?
I'll try, but I'll probably fail.
Okay, what I need is a perception check, please, as you kind of dig in, trying to grab a worm in between all the mud. So please give me a perception check. It is on you. It is a die 20. Let me get back up to the top of your screen.
-2.
Ow. -2. Ouch. Ow. So you pretty much grab a handful of, just stuff it in your mouth and start chewing away, and then you start coughing and choking. Please make me a fortitude save. It's a die 20 plus 1. You're like choking on all this mud you just stuffed into your face.
Wow, the one roll I made.
Wow.
Don't need.
You managed to cough it all up and spit it all out again. You see kind of, excuse me, Loptop just kind of look at you and just kind of shake her head, like, puts her head up against her forehead, like, "Oh my word, what have we done?" Anyone else want to take a try?
Yeah, Mogmurch is gonna walk up and then say, "If Mogmurch do good, Mogmurch get all badge."
Well, you missed one.
He's trying to negotiate for the other one.
Nope. No, that's not how it works.
He might just steal it then. Anyway, he's
Do you
gonna
want-
try.
Okay, go ahead. Mogmurch.
So can
please.
I try and make a nature roll first to try and see if I can figure out where would be a better spot? Or survival?
It could be a nature. Go ahead and roll nature.
Armand, did you want to try to do the insult one?
Oh, is yeah.
Also want
Okay, we'll get to that now.
Be quick.
No, we'll allow that now. Cool, not a problem. Go ahead and do another one. But this one would be a perception roll, please.
No advantage or anything.
Nope. Straight up perception roll. You do it. Put it in your hand, you pull it out, and then you've got to shake off all the mud, and you've got 2 or 3 rinses you just gobble down quickly, and you get handed a badge with a worm, picture of a worm on it.
Mogmurch quickly adds that to his headband.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll give it a go.
Okay, go ahead. Please roll me perception. For you, that is perception. Where'd your perception go? It was just here. Where did I lose it? 1 die 20, 20, 20, 20.
It's
Let me
plus
just
20, I know.
No, it's not plus 20.
No, I'm,
Um,
I'm sure it is. It must be.
Where's your perception? That's weird. Oh, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. There it is. You stick your hand in and you dig around and you pull out, and you just by the skin of it manage to just grab one little earthworm and suck it down, and laptop kind of shakes her head, but kind of very unwillingly kind of hands you a badge like with her fingertips like, yeah, I don't really want to give this to you, but I will.
Okay, he's Poog is going to look at this like shiny object and be like, and like be so happy that he's got another one. So he's just gonna take it and like move again to the back before she can take it away and change her mind.
Good one, good one. Anyone else?
I'd like to try.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, can you help me with perception? I just want to check that I'm doing it right, because from what I see, it's +8.
You're right. Die
Another
20
one
plus.
+1 for the trait bonus because of my big head. Can you just
You
check
are no
me?
+2. No, you are Reta.
Yes.
That's only for the. Yes, yes, yes. The +8 is already including the +1.
Is it already included in
It's
there?
already included in there. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to.
Thanks for asking. No, it's a great question. Great question. Wow! You like dig it in there, and you pretty much pull out just a handful of worms with hardly any sand in it. You kind of throw it around to everyone like, dude, this is how you do it. You kind of show it around, swing it around, and just shove it into your mouth and just chow down. The juice all running down your lips. You're like, yeah, that's how you do it. And even Laptop looks impressed, raises an eyebrow like, wow, and comes across and hands you a badge.
Yay! Thank you.
That was Reta. Anyone else want to give it a try? I did notice. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Then, if I'm right here, that Chuffy hasn't made any checks yet. Would you like, as far as I understand, you missed part of it. Do you want to try the insult contest, which basically means you put a hot coal in your mouth and then try to insult the other goblins? Or would you like to try the earthworm, or both?
Can I try both?
Of course. So for the first one, let me get back to Chuffy.
Reta also wants to try the insult one, eh?
After he's done, if that's
Oh,
okay.
of course.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so back to the insult one. So we go back in time a bit. That's fine. What I would need you to please do is roll me, Chuffy. It's a straight up die 20, please. Just please give me a die 20.
What does the insult rely on, like from the checks? Does it rely on your wisdom, intelligence?
Intelligence. It's an
Oh.
intelligence check.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No problem. Okay, you put it in your mouth and you kind of, do you want to make an insult yourself?
So I think Chuffy is going to take this a little bit differently.
Okay.
If I can.
Of course.
So, okay, does Chuffy put it successfully in his mouth, the coal?
Yep. Yeah. Does pull it off.
So while he does, or after he does that, his mouth's gonna kind of hang open. We did get all of our things back, hey? all the equipment and
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. You got all your stuff back again. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Who would be the closest to Chuffy?
This moment, it would probably be Poog.
Poog. Is there anyone other than us that is within reaching distance or wandering distance? Like a couple
No.
of feet? No.
Remember, the other two ran out, and Lobtop is standing kind of behind you, but she's not the closest to you. And you've got the circle of the other goblins. There's a few of them just sitting on the floor, just watching you.
Are they out of reach completely?
Yep, they would pretty
Okay.
much be out of reach.
So Chuffy is, after he put the coal on his tongue or in his mouth,
Mhm.
his tongue is going to kind of hang out of his mouth halfway with the piece of coal like splurging or sticking out. And he's just going to kind of make funny noises and things like with grabbing his sharpened sharpened rock.
Mhm.
He's going to start running in circles and then run to
Poog.
and then kind of just stab them in the foot.
Please roll me a die 20 plus Chuffy. Plus 3. You kind of run around but as you're running around, the coal kind of rolls out of your mouth and falls onto your own foot, and you kind of ow, 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 and you just stumble and doesn't quite work. That one of the kind of goblins that are sitting watching kind of smiles, looks kind of amused, but the rest of them just kind of not interested at all. Reta, please go ahead. For you, first of all,
I think it's just a normal die 20. I think I'm pretty stupid.
die 20.
Yeah.
Straight up die 20. You're correct?
I've prepared
As you put the coal in your mouth, it actually burns your mouth and you spit it back out again. You don't even get that far. Now, for the worms, I would need both of you. Who hasn't done the worm check? Just
Chuffy.
Chuffy. Chuffy, please, if you want to do the worm check, please roll me a perception roll, which is a die 20 for you. Die 20. Die 20. Straight up die
Yes.
20. I was right. I just did straight up die 20. You also put your hand in and you reach out and you just barely manage to get a worm, and it's kind of wriggling between your fingers and you almost drop it, but you manage to get it into your mouth. And again, Loptop just kind of shakes her head and kind of hands you a badge, like just kind of tosses it in your direction, like, dude, this is not how we do this, but just kind of throws in your direction. And you can please go ahead. And
Mogmurch is gonna look at this and he's gonna say, "They get badge, me not."
It was
With the insult one.
And Thing's just gonna look at you and like, what's her name? Laptop's gonna look at you and just like shake her head. And then she's gonna stand up and say, tomorrow be your big day. You go rest tonight. You may be goblins, but you are not lick toads. Because a lick toad without a toad is just, a lick. If you want to be a lick toad, you need to go catch toad in Tadpole Bog, and then take it to Dark Fear Cave and not die. Tomorrow morning, you leave. and you are welcome to go and take some rest if you would like. What you have done for each of you that did get a badge, for any roll you make that you fail, you get to take that roll again with a plus 5. No, sorry, I'm lying to you. Sorry, I apologize. Any roll you make that you fail, you get to roll again and add 1 die 6 to that roll. So in other words, anything you roll, anything that you fail, you get to roll again, and you get to add a further 1 die 6 to that roll. Each time you do that, it uses up one of your badges. You got it?
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me.
Okay.
Yep,
Do you all want to take a rest?
I think that's a good idea.
Yes, please. I'm still limping from the spider.
Cool. All of you. There we go. Get a good night's rest. You're all healed up. Poog, you have your Cure Light wounds back.
Good.
Ghorg, you have your. Well, you didn't use any spells. You used cantrips only, if I remember correctly.
Grease is a spell, but I've got 4 spell uses
Yeah,
a day.
so you get that back again. Cool. You get that back again. Let's leave that there. Okay, perfect. And you basically all go, and for the first time ever, you don't have to sleep, which is completely amazing to you. You don't actually have to sleep in the whelping pens. They take you towards one of these huts, the middle hut, and it's basically just a big empty space with a latrine or 2 in the corner, a few tables, and a bunch of straw mats on the floor for you to sleep in. And each one's got a blanket, which is something you've never seen before. It's the most amazing thing ever. And even a pillow, which is like heaven. You guys haven't even seen anything like this before. Do any of you want to do anything else before you go to bed?
Mogmurch is going to try and find more things that could possibly be flammable and explosive.
Roll a perception check, please.
Yes, get everything flammable so I can set it alight.
Don't find much.
You pretty much see everything as I pretty much already explained it. Just tables and stuff. There's nothing fantastic here. It's just basically the room to sleep in. Anything else?
Nah, I'm happy to just sleep.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
all roll up and go to bed. And early the next morning, you hear like a gong, a bing, 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 bing. And there's lots of saying, time to go, time to go. You might think you're tough because you got out of the baby cage and you got yourself some badges. You're not goblins. The only real goblins are lick toads. And like I said, right now you're all just licks. Now go into the bog and get your toad, and then take the toad to the cave of dark fear, and don't die. And then you will show the toad to the dark fear spirit. And if you're a real goblin, it will accept it when you sing your song. Also, don't die. So, go get Toad, show Spirit, kill anything wants to stop you, and don't die. Last part is important. Don't die. Got it?
Got it.
Get out of here.
Oh, fish lady actually cares.
So basically, you guys were in the Licktoad village. Now you're going to make your way across the swamp to the Cave of Dark Fear. There's basically just the swamp. It's basically just a swamp. You guys will enter from the bottom left-hand corner and kind of walk your way up. Do you want to be kind of looking for toads? Kind of as you walk in, you kind of walking across the swamp. You see bubbles popping here and there. It stinks. It smells like a bog. It's like really stench. There's insects everywhere, buzzing everywhere. You have birds chirping. You can kindly hear toads in the background, like ribbit, ribbit. And even you can even hear like the high chirping of tree toads, and bugs all over the place. The water is about not very deep. It comes to about your mid-calf as you kind of walk across. Like, and does anyone want to do anything?
Mogmurch is going to try and figure out where the best place would be to catch a toad. So, nature check.
Please, I would be much obliged. Oh, nice. You kind of stand up and shimmy up one of the trees and you have a look around, and you do see an area. You guys can see it kind of swampy area on the right-hand side. It kind of looks like a pool. That looks like the prime spot for finding toads. It looks excellent. You can see the bugs bubbling away. There's a whole bunch of bugs around. You see swarms of flies around. Perfect place to find some toads. What do you want to do?
Mogmurch is going to inform the rest of his goblin crew, and he's going to try and stealthily approach the area, not to spook the frogs.
Okay. How are you approaching the area? Are you going to go through the trees or along the path? You can decide as a group. This is a group decision.
Well, Mogmurch is already in the trees, so he's probably going to go via the trees, regardless.
Okay. The rest of you, I see Ghorg is doing something.
Yes. Ghorg will also walk very quietly through the trees. Hopefully, it's the one thing he can do.
Okay. What I want you to do, soon as you're all okay, Kari. Nice. Okay. We have two going through the trees. You guys are more than welcome to do the the votes. The Ghorg and Ghorg, you were rolling for?
Please.
Hmm?
I want to hide. Please.
So stealth. I
Stealth.
take it.
Stealth check.
Yes,
Okay. No,
yes.
that's fine. I'm just checking out. It's stealth check. Okay. Please, Mogmurch, also make a stealth check.
Like I said, the one thing Ghorg can.
Okay. That's not a bad check as well. Does anyone else, what do the rest of you want to do?
I would like to look around if that's possible to see if there's anything that I could use to maybe catch the frogs.
Okay.
I
Please
don't
roll
know
me
if
a
that's
perception.
a
Please roll me a
perception.
perception check. Reta, that was for stealth? Yep. Okay. No. You stumbled through there like a bull in a
Sure.
china shop. Okay. Caedyn, you look around. What you do see is you find some juicy beetles kind of climbing up a tree that you could probably use to try and lure the frogs.
Lovely, okay. I'm gonna grab a couple of those, as many as I can.
Awesome. Don't bother making a check. I'll allow that.
And then I am going to
Freeze or
kill.
load. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Kill. Sorry,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
to kill one of the beetles.
Mhm.
And I would like to hide in the trees
Okay.
near this, like where the frogs are, but put the beetle like on the path,
Okay.
you know?
Stealth check, please. Keeping in mind,
Okay.
Reta completely failed her stealth check.
Yeah, no
Any
one.
frogs that they would have heard her coming a mile away. But this is for placing the beetle there. I hear what you're saying. Go ahead and give me a
What is my
1 die 20. Give me a second. I'm gonna get back into your thing. Stealth. Yeah, I know that.
10 plus 10?
Your stealth is pretty high. Poog. Stealth. Plus 10. Yep, 100% correct. Yep. Yep, you make it. You kind of sneak up and put it down there without even shifting a blade of grass. That just leaves Chuffy.
Chuffy's also going to do a stealth check.
I just wanted to say it would have been funny as hell if a rogue had less stuff than the alchemist.
They're very
Yeah.
close. They are very close.
So basically, all of you managed, except for Reta, you all managed to sneak up there and kind of lay your traps there ready for the frog. Then Reta comes stumbling through and a bunch of the frogs jump off into the pond, but not all of them. But can I ask you, please, all to make me a perception check?
Ghorg can probably not see his hand in front of his face if he puts it there himself.
Wow. Okay.
He told him.
Okay. Whoa. Cheapers. Okay. Reta and Chuffy. As you
Mogmurch.
Mogmurch? What about Mogmurch? No,
You're-
Mogmurch 2.
Chuffy's one is an 8.
Yeah, not Chuffy.
Chuffy got.
An 8.
Oh, there. Chuffy's now. Okay, so I thought the previous one was Chuffy's. My bad. So Reta and Mogmurch. Reta with your kind of stumbling through, and Mogmurch with your kind of walking in there trying to. You both notice something twinkle in the water as well. In the march kind of deeper in where the frogs are now. You notice something kind of twinkling there. Do you want?
Yes, Mogmurch is going to investigate that.
Okay. Each of you, as you're kind of wading in, this kind of toasting around, all of you, please roll me a die 20 plus dexterity.
Can I use sleight of hand to try and...
No, because sleight of hand's a different thing. Ouch. Okay, Reta, go. So it's from Reta downwards. The 8 is still from the previous roll, am I correct?
Correct.
Cool.
I can just let my character die.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, my dexterity is there by AC. Am I correct, or is
Your
it's not
dexterity-
under statistics where it says dexterity 14? It's the +2.
Yes, it's a +2.
Plus 2, correct. Yes, plus 2.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so Reta, grab a, despite kind of stumbling as you're kind of going towards, if you're going towards it as well, this where you see the glitter, you kind of grab a frog and put it into your bag. Ghorg grabs and misses. Mogmurch grabs and misses. Chuffy grabs and misses. Poog grabs and manages to get 2 frogs, not just one, with their grab with 2 toads, and kind of puts them into your bag. Do the rest of you want to try again? 1. Do the rest of you want to try again?
Are we
2.
supposed to lick those toads to become a lick
That's up to you. For the people that, as far as I remember, it was Mogmurch and Reta who saw something glittering there. Do you want to try keep going towards it?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you two, you haven't told anyone. Everyone else trying to catch frog. You two are just like wandering into the bog. It's not too deep. It is a little bit deeper than the rest of it was, but it's not too deep. The rest of you that didn't get a frog, please, or a toad, please roll me again. 1 die 20 plus dexterity.
So can I try again as well, or am I just walking?
Yeah, of course, of course. If you already got one, you want to try again another one. That's perfectly fine.
What's the check?
Sorry, because I have a frog, can I get like out of the water?
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I didn't
Cool.
catch one the first time, so I still need to catch one as well.
Okay. So this time, everyone got one except for Ghorg. Ghorg grabbed and missed again. Everyone else got one. As you get to where you were going to, you notice sticking out of the water is what strangely an old, withered kind of, it's been worn down, but a dog sticker. So it looks like an old goblin's tip of a goblin sword sticking out of the lake. Ghorg, do you want to make another roll?
Yeah, I'll try one more time.
And by now the frogs are all making a swim for it. There we go. You also reach in and you grab some. You manage to get just reach in with both hands, trying everything, and both hands manage to pull out a toad. So you now have 2 toads. You can go and put them into your bag. You notice, all of you notice suddenly that where Mogmurch is, he seems to be checking out something in the water. And now because you're looking, you kind of notice there is a glint there. What do you want to do?
Mogmurch is going to look over towards the other person along with him there, and he's going to say, I have more shiny metal. You take this one.
Okay. Do I have to wield?
Okay, so as you, are you trying to pull it out, or are you
Yes,
just
I
telling
am.
them? Okay, as you kind of grab it and you pull and pull, it's really, really heavy. Please roll me a strength check. It's 1 die 20 plus your strength modifier.
I don't seem to have a modifier. Can you help me check if I'm
I will.
correct there?
Reta, ne?
My
Strength. Oh no, you don't have a modifier. You're right. Just 1 die 20, please.
Come on.
Isn't Rita a warrior?
Yeah, well. And you pull and suddenly it's up. Boop, boop, and a body pops up. A goblin body, well, what's left over of a body, kind of pops up onto the surface. And they've got, again, as you guys said, there's a dog slicer in her hand, which is a kind of sword, a short sword. And do you want to search further?
Yes, please. Must I do another perception check?
Everyone that's searching, please do a perception check. Okay, Ghorg, you do see that there does see you and Mogmurch both
Didn't
seem.
roll.
Well, Ghorg didn't roll. Ghorg's last roll was for the toads.
Okay,
So it's
sorry.
the 12
Okay.
and the 22 for the searches.
Sorry, guys, I'm on the other screen, so I have to quickly jump back again. Mogmurch, again, you see there's still something down there. It seems, to
Mogmurch.
be a, it seems to be a little bit deeper, but you can see vaguely there seems to be a weird shape in the mud, which doesn't seem to quite belong there.
Mogmurch is gonna tell the rest, here's still something. Mogmurch, go. And then he's gonna jump in and try and get it.
Please give me a dexterity roll.
I'm gonna try and re-roll that.
You just grab a handful of mud. Come up for air, like, and go back down again. And this time you manage to get something and you pull it up, and there's another goblin body. This one you kind of recognize. It seems to be Grom never trimmed her toenails because of the extremely long toenails on the body. She also has a dog slicer and what looks like a grappling hook attached to her side. Do you want to search the bodies?
Yes.
Please make me another perception roll. Nice. Okay. What you find on digging through these bodies, aside from the two dog slices which you now have, there's a javelin, a grappling hook with a piece with rope on it, but the rope's kind of all matted and kind of frayed away with being underwater. There's a symbol of Zarongel, an unholy symbol, 2 spoons, 2 dead petrified moles, and a jar that you happen to find. Let's start with who wants to take. Well, you guys are going to head onto shore, put out all your spoils on the shore. Who's taking what? Let me start there. Because you found it and you kind of got the thing. Mogmurch, what do you want? Reta took one of the swords, right?
Yes, sir.
Mogmorch is going to take the spoons, the petrified moles, the grappling hook with a frayed rope, and the jar.
So you basically the grappling hook, jar,
Moles.
and 2 kind of muddy moles, still fur and everything on them. That leaves another another dog slicer and a javelin and a holy symbol.
Nah, I don't want any of it.
So Mogmurch is kind of going to eye the javelin, but then say, come, take.
Does anyone want to grab the it's basically a short sword? Want to grab the dog slicer or the grappling hook? I'm sorry, the javelin. I apologize, the javelin.
The holy symbol might be for Poog. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I have one.
Yeah, it's a different god as well.
Is it?
All right. Yep. You have this is for Zarongel, and Poog worships. Oh, Zarongel, it's the same one. Same one. I
Yeah.
apologize. Same one. Same one. Same one.
One
you've
Does
already
this
had.
one?
Same as
so-
yours. Pretty much the same as yours.
One is just not chewed,
Yeah.
where the one you
Okay.
have is chewed.
I'll take that then.
Okay.
And is the sword still there?
Yes.
Can I take that?
You are.
I don't know what I'm allowed to use or not.
I'm double checking that for you right now, as a matter of fact. Poog, you are a cleric, so no, you can't use it. You cannot use bladed weapons.
Oh. So
You could
javelin
use the
as well.
javelin.
Okay.
Javelin you could use,
Can I take the javelin then?
of
Please.
course. That leaves one more dog slicer. Reta, do you want to take a second one? Chuffy, do you want it?
No, I'm fine with one, thank you.
Chuffy's gonna kind of stumble along and then grab it with both his hands and then show it to the rest of the goblins and be like, sticky stick, and then start stabbing the ground with
Awesome.
it.
One last thing before you move on. Do you want to check what's in the jar?
Yes, I would like to check what's in the jar.
As you open the jar, you're greeted by a smell that you're not quite sure. It smells kind of like the fish heads that you usually get, but it smells good. And it smells kind of acidy, but you're not quite sure, kind of like a spicy smell to it. So what you basically have is a jar of pickled fish.
Because it smells good, Mogmurch is going to down the contents and then use the jar for a concoction of explosive materials.
Not a problem. So you have a jar, not a pickled fish anymore, just a jar. It
Yep.
is really, really good. It's kind of spicy. It's probably one of the best things you ever tasted. It's kind of spicy, kind of pickled, and it actually tastes like fish, which the heads you usually get usually don't. Where do you want to go from here? You guys are kind of where that stick is, heading into the bog. It's kind of where you guys are now. Where do you want to go now? Remember, you have to get and present your toads. Whether you want to lick them or not is up to you. Let me know. But you have to present them at the Dark Fear Cave, which is up at the top of the map, on the northerly direction, on the left-hand side. Is the direct road there.
Would we know that?
You would. You were given kind of a really bad map by Loptop.
Okay, so Mogmurch is quite happy with his loot and his nice meal. So he's going to walk to the road and say, we go to cave?
Ghorg agrees.
Ghorg agrees. The rest of you?
Also agreed.
Does anybody have a torch?
It's bright day. It's like bright daylight. Still early morning. Remember, you guys got up like really, really early. So it's bright daylight. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. It's bright daylight. Everything looks good.
Yes, exactly why we should find it before we go into Dog Cave. And
So
I
we
know
have
we have
dog
vision,
vision.
but we have to go make food.
Maybe you should pick up like sticks along the
Survival?
way and instead
Okay.
of a light.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Poog. I appreciate you seconding me in
Okay.
surviving.
So as you guys kind of strutting along, heading towards the cave, you're kind of in a good mood. You've just got you feel like you're champions. You're now lick toads. You've got your toads, and you're kind of strutting along. And as you strut along, as you get to the log, sitting on the log is your old friend Kettlehead. And he's got a few new birds tied to his chest or tied to his belt. He's got a metal plate which he seems to find somewhere tied to his chest. And he also seems to find a dog slicer. As he looks up, he sees you. He's got like green skin, and he's sitting there, and he looks up and he goes, "Stupid goblin, baby goblin wannabes." And from behind the log, kind of Gullkick and Rempty stick up their heads and look at you. You kind of look Caedyn looks at you and kind of raises his dog slicer over and he said, "You took Toad from Kettlehead's special pond. Now you pay the price. Give me your toads and say we are stupid." And he kind of menacingly starts walking towards you. Galkic and Remti kind of climb over the log and kind of stand behind him. What are you going to do?
Mogmurch is gonna smile a bit and then look at him and say, "You have pot on head. I think you make a good meal."
And he looks at you and he says, "No! Give me your toads and say you be stupid!" And takes another step towards you.
How close is he right now?
If he takes one more step towards you, he will be within reaching distance of attacking you with his dog slicer.
Ghorg will sneeze at his ass, casting grease on him.
Make your roll.
Well, he needs to roll, but I'll still do my.
Oh, yeah.
Grease, what was it? 14.
14, you said.
I'll
Yep.
probably make it.
You said 14, eh?
Yeah, it's probably reflex.
I'm checking
Was
now.
it
It is. There we go. Thank you.
X
Thank
thing?
you.
Don't know why they didn't tell us this stuff on the spell itself.
Never
Even on
mind.
Archives of Nephis, it doesn't tell me.
Doesn't give you the thing. Yep. Cool. Give me a sec. There on Earth.
You don't think pimple
While this is
squeezings? Sorry.
Go ahead.
You go.
Just a quick question. You don't think pimple squeezings would be flammable?
No.
We can find out.
Mhm. Can always cause spark on UNC. What the hell's with this bot, man? Just one guy.
Well, the grease is still on the ground, correct?
Yeah.
Should be.
Okay, so with the grease and everything on the ground, Mogmurch throws a swamp gourd filled with fire paste directly at at Pothead's face.
Go ahead. Make your attack roll. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then the grease will set fire to doing more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Wat daar. Kom met maar besluit wat daai damage is.
No, what are you attacking with? Mogmurch?
Sorry, it's the Alchemist fire, the
Yep.
makeshift Alchemist fire, so it's 1d6.
Thank you. That's what I'm checking.
And then anybody
Yep.
close to him, so his two teammates, if they are close enough, will also take 1 fire damage.
Yep. They are close enough. They will take 1 fire damage, depending on. Well, they will take 1 anyway. Whoops. Try that again.
Nice.
Clearly had kind of.
And then the grease gets set on fire.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the moment. Yeah. He kind of stumbles back, burning, and he just starts screaming. Galkic and Remti also just get a slight burn, and they scream as well, and they just bolt, diving behind the log putting their hands over their heads. Kettlehead kind of just keeps shaking again. What do the rest of you want to do?
So what is he doing like right now? Is he like flailing
Stumbling
around?
backwards, stumbling around, yeah, literally on fire, trying to kind of beat out the fire at the same time as, because in his on his face it would have hit the kettle. So his face and his chest is burnt. He's kind of trying to beat that out with his one arm and kind of swinging his other arm in front of him with his eyes closed with a dog slicer. And the other two are ducking with their hands over their heads behind the log. And there's a massive flame between you guys where the grease has caught fire as well.
Mogmurch is
Okay.
ecstatic about the big fire.
Me too. Haven't you noticed? I like all fiery things. Mogmurch and Ghorg be friends.
Mogmurch wants to ask Ghorg for more grease in that other jar.
Wel, kan so kan nog dit nog 3 keer doen. Hoekom nie?
Anyone else want to do anything?
I
Mogmurch is gonna start
can't.
singing a song. Things
ahead.
go boom when Mogmurch throws. Much more fun than using bows. Sometimes where the boom boom blows. It's not my fault. That's how it goes.
Poog. No, Chuffy. Who is talking now? Sorry, it is Poog?
I don't know. I don't think I can do anything.
Okay, so Poog's a no. Chuffy,
Could throw the javelin.
Reta, Ghorg.
I'm just scared to go near the fire at this point.
Now you guys are out of the range of the fire. You're 100% correct. To get to, which you kind of notice now, to get to Kettlehead, you would need to step through the fire or around the fire. But going around the fire would mean you would not get an attack because you would use your full movement just to get around the fire.
Well, if Ghorg needs a can have another turn, I'll do the grease pot thing for.
No, you've had your
Mr.
turn. Chuffy, Poog, and Reta.
Hey, you asked if Ghorg has another.
Sorry, yeah, apologies. My apologies.
I'll do it.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay a safe distance away from the fire, but close enough so that if they need us, I am there. I don't know
Okay.
what that is. That is where I will be.
Okay, so Kettlehead is gonna kind of stop, drop, and roll, but when he does that, he's gonna throw his dog slicer just kind of generally in your guys' direction because he can't really see. He's kind of on fire. What he's basically gonna do. That's what I'm looking for. What is going on here? With my flipping thing. Sorry, guys. Again, it's my mouse. I apologize. Like I said, my mouse is not working properly. There we go. Let's try again. The sword kind of just comes gliding past you guys. It kind of hits into a tree like boom. And by this time, Kettlehead's kind of got the fire out under control, and he gets up, and he is. You can see by looking, his eyes start glaring. He is furious. And Gulkik and Rempty kind of look up, and they're not quite sure what to do. They're kind of shaking, but they're just going to kind of sit there behind the log, kind of peering over, trying to see which way this is going to go. They're not quite sure what to do. Rempty kind of shouts out, "Get them, Kettlehead!" But that's all he's pretty much willing to do.
Empty needs to die.
Please roll a die. Roll initiative.
Well,
Only
with
now.
this round starting now, so if Alchemist Fire hits directly, he takes another d6 damage as soon as the next round starts. So can I roll that?
Wouldn't that be on your turn?
Well, the rounds are starting now, so the first round after the direct hit would be this
Right.
one.
Roll that first.
What is the initiative again? It's just a d20.
Yeah, plus your initiative, it should say on your
Think
your
there's,
initiative is, we could get yours. You've got
someone
improved.
had improved initiative.
It is. It's Poog.
I also
I
have
know.
plus 2.
So, what is
So-
mine?
Your dexterity modifier plus 4.
Yeah. But don't bother rolling, because thanks to Alchemist's Fire, as he comes up against us coming towards you, kind of explodes again into fire and pretty much burns him to a crisp as he collapses down on the ground, head kind of landing in the fire as it's burning. Suddenly Gulk and Rempy come running up to you and kind of bow down in front of you, going, thank you for saving us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saving us. He kept us under his finger. You're our favorite. You're our favorite. We do whatever you want. What do you want to do?
I say we make them our slaves.
That's cool.
Mogmurch is gonna walk towards the dead goblin and search him to loot him.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. When you search the body, you find on his body a short bow, but it doesn't have a bowstring. 7 arrows, a human-sized leather boot. Longshanks is what goblins call all the tall humanoid races: elves, half-elves, humans, just putting it out there. So a longshank leather boot, an empty salt shaker, and 5 bottles of something with a picture of a woman's head with a jester's cap on it. And horrible words written on it, which you obviously. There we go. A picture like that, not quite that good, but a picture like that. And some horrible words written on it. And there are 5 of these bottles. Who wants to take what? I'm willing to tell you again what there is. Just let me know if you need to know.
So as Mogmurch is searching, he's gonna pick up the bow and just go like, meh, throw that to the side, along with the arrows. And then he is going to take the bottles and try and tear off the words. That's disgusting.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
And he's going to take the empty salt shaker. And he's going to wear the boot as a hat.
Okay.
To cover up his birthmark, of course.
Yes. You guys do remember, it's putting it out there, you do remember you have your badges still, just putting it out there.
Yeah, he's going to slide that down to be a necklace at this stage.
I'm just mentioning, re-roll your dice, yada, yada, just putting it out there. Okay, now, do any of the rest of you, there's what is left? Okay. There are 5 bottles with now that it's been scratched off just with the head on them, filled with something. There's a short bow with no string. There are 7 arrows. And there's a dog slasher stuck in a tree behind you.
How to
Mogmurch
figure
is
out
gonna-
what's in the bottle.
Mogmurch is going to look at the bottles and then quickly count how many of the people there are, and like look at his one hand because that's how he counted the bottles, and then at his other at how many there are, and then slap them together and say, each one take 1 bottle.
Okay.
And then he's going to
Alright.
take a bottle and look very impressed with himself, and then walk back to Remty and them, and he's going to scold Remty for chewing his ears for years.
And Rempe's just going to, again, just bow up and down, apologizing and saying how sorry he is. He's even got a crying. These guys are just pathetic. Now that their protector's kind of gone, they kind of just want to do anything. And just kind of bow up and down, just apologizing and thanking. I mean, even you bad-mouthing Remty, even Ghorg's kind of apologizing to you now. They just don't even know what they're doing anymore. They've completely lost it.
I think Reta is honestly experiencing her villain origin story. She's been it's always her that's the problem, that we're bad mouthing.
Mm-hmm.
Mogmurch is going to remember that. Who's the one with Remty? Ghorg,
Ghorg.
right?
Mhm.
Said that he did actually conquer the spider, and he's gonna say, "Give me badge, spider badge."
He's like, I don't have it anymore. I gave it to Petalhead.
Mogmurch is gonna look very disappointed.
Does anyone? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say then I'm gonna grab one of the bottles.
Cool. So you all got your bottle. Does anyone want to check anything for the bottles?
Can I detect magic?
Thank you. You detect a faint, very faint magic from the bottles. It does kind of give you the idea. It gives you the same feeling as your Cure Light Wounds spell does, but it's very faint.
Alright.
How are the bottles
Go ahead.
closed with like a cork?
Yeah, cork. 100% cork, wax. Yep.
Okay.
They've got a cork in them and they're sealed with wax.
Chuffy's gonna take his bottle and he's gonna start licking the outside of it and chewing on the cork.
It kind of tastes like wax. And you get this funky, weird, like peppermint seawater taste, and it's got like a like burn to it. You can't exactly what, but it kind of like makes you cough when you taste it. It's like this like weird burny taste. You're not quite sure what it is, but it just tastes kind of nice because of the peppermint, but not so nice because of the salty, like seawater, funky kind of taste. But that's pretty much it.
With
So you
Chuffy,
that have the thing. It kind of tastes like a mixture between seawater, beer, and peppermint. Not a great taste.
with Chuffy tasting that, he's gonna kind of hold it above his head, showing it to everyone, and be like, blech, blech.
Does anyone else want to do anything?
I'm okay for now.
Mogmurch is gonna go and get the other dog slicer, pull it out of the tree.
Mhm.
And just keep it with him. I don't think he can use it, but hey, it's loot.
Okay. What I'm going to add here. While you guys have been busy doing all of this stuff, Renpy and Goldkick have kind of been like slowly backing away, kind of crawling backwards into the trees. Do you want to do anything?
Mogmurch has been doing a lot, so I'm giving everyone else a chance to do something first.
Sorry, you said what were the other two doing?
Trying to escape.
They're kind of
Can-
crawling backwards slowly as they're kind of bowing down and apologizing and thanking you for saving them. They're kind of slowly edging their way backwards.
Can I like call that out to someone's attention and be like, hey, you know, I think they're leaving. Because aren't they like, who are they grateful to? Or
To you
it's-
for rescuing them from the
No.
bad. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, I know it was for saving them from Kettlehead, but was it specifically that sorry, Christopher, I forget your
Mogmurch.
Mogmurch
Yeah.
Killed him, or is it to like the group as a whole?
The group as a whole. No, it's to all of you. They're thanking all of you, equally happy with all of you.
Okay. I'm just gonna yell at them and say, where do you think you're going?
And when you yell, they both kind of scream and just get up and bolt back towards the village at full blast.
Good.
Mogmurch is gonna walk over to the burnt kettlehead and place the dog slicer into the ground and slice up kettlehead because they eat goblins as well, right?
Oh, they can. They cannot. Just remember, the fire's still burning. Hey, remember, he's lying with his head in the fire. The fire's still burning there.
I extinguish him in the bog.
You have to drag him to the bog.
I asked for assistance to drag him to the bog.
You can go ahead.
Ghorg
Anyone want to
asked
help?
Mogmurch, where's those files or holders he wanted me to put some grease in for him?
Mogmurch hands you a empty salt shaker and a empty jar.
How the hell's a salt shaker going to keep it inside? But okay.
I was thinking the same thing. You're not the only one that's thinking that. I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
In the empty jar, I'm assuming I can fill it up with one spell, seeing as it's a 10-foot square, I can fill up with
yeah,
grease.
no, easily.
Guess I'll cast it inside the empty jar and close the lid and hand it back to Mogmurch.
Okay, because
So
as you kind of do,
use
like
two
it
spells
explodes
for-
out of the jar everywhere because like a lot is like it's like a fountain. It's like whoa, cool. It's like sprays out of there until it's like just full, and then you could go ahead and put the lid on.
And I hand it back to Mogmurch and say, salt shake, use it.
Mogmurch is gonna try and get the rest that's spilled out, put it into the salt shaker, tear off some of Kettlehead's leftover armor, and stick that in the top.
It's going to get mud in it as well, but okay, I'll allow it. Sorry, yes, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I don't know if it's possible or if I need like a skill or something to do this.
Yeah, go ahead.
But could I like take the arrows and break the heads off and tear off some of the cloth from Kettlehead's clothes and
Mhm.
use that cloth to soak up what dripped onto the floor if there is anything left?
Yeah, you could go ahead and do it. I'm not going to ask any checks. You can go ahead and do that. What do you want to
And
do with
then-
them?
Yeah, just to wrap that soaked cloth around each of the. You said there were 7 arrows.
7 heads. Yep. Yeah.
and give one to like each person and to use as like torches. They can be lit.
It's a very small torch, but okay. Okay.
Just in case,
Okay. So that's 5 of you. That leaves you with 2 more. If you want to use.
I'll give them to Mogmurch and Ghorg. They should do.
Okay, not a problem. Let me add that to your sheets. Thank you. Do you keep? You said you sliced up.
It led.
Do you want to keep the dog slicer, or are you going to leave it with him? What are you going to do?
No, I'm
So
gonna pick it
Mog-
up again after I sliced up
Okay,
Kit
okay.
led for
Oh.
the rations.
Just checking. So 2. Whoops. 2 go to you. Whoops. 2 go to you, and 2 go to you. Good, good. Do you want to continue on your journey? Is there anything else you want to do?
Think we can continue?
I'm good to go.
Okay, you stumble on up the rig, and as you get further up, you notice there's a small cave sticking out of the bog. It actually was probably a shack that was built, but it's become overgrown, so it looks like a cave. It looks big for goblin size for one person. In the muddy ground, it's got brambles growing on it. It's kind of leaning to one side, and know that this is the Cave of Dark Fear. The story goes that once there was a human who lived here, and he was killed by one of the Lictoads, and he cursed them with his last dying words, and they died from his curse because he was one of those dreaded humans who read words. And unless we go and we appease the spirit every year with the Lictoad ceremony, he will come back and destroy the whole Lictoad clan with his magic words.
That's all bullshit.
What do you do?
Mogmurch walks up and he says, "Well, present the toad, sing the song, become Licktoad."
Do you look inside, or do you just kind of do that and then walk away again?
Well, he
Can I
walks
detect
forward
magic?
a bit, so not into the cave yet, but just trying to encourage the rest to
Okay,
follow
so
him.
you can just kind of see the darkness in the cave. In there, you can kind of see a partially mummified human skeleton, and you can see a horse chopper, which is a big ass sword sticking out of its chest. But that's about it. And sorry, you want to go ahead? No, you cast detect magic. You do not detect any magic in the vicinity.
Interesting if it was cursed.
Chuffy is gonna grab his toad in one hand with his sharpened sharpened stone in the other hand, and run into the cave. Not all the way in, just a couple of meters past the actual entrance to where
Okay.
I guess you can't really almost not see anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take one big lick out of the toad, and he's going to put out both his hands, and he's going to very loudly say, "Play!"
You need to sing your song. Part of this ritual, just by the way. Okay, cool. Now, as you lick your toad, you suddenly feel like lightheaded, and all the colors seem to kind of start swirling around you, and everything seems brighter,
You just got drugged.
and everything seems louder. And as you move your hands with the stone, like you just said, play, you hear like play, 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 play. And your hands seem to make these like rainbows as they move in front of you. What that means for you in game terms is that you suffer a -2 penalty perception and initiative checks, but you do get 5 temporary hit points.
I want to make a note of that. So 5
Temporary hit points.
hit points.
I've got it on my thing. I'll put it in here. I've got it on my cheat sheet. So 5 temporary hit points, a perception or initiative checks because everything's looking all funky now.
Well, while Chuffy's high, he's gonna sing his song, waving his sharpened rock around. He's gonna start singing. Chuffy's face might make you sick, but Chuffy's knife is awful quick, and if you are his stabby pick, the knife goes in you, stick, stick, stick.
And you hear it echo again, like stick, 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 stick. It's like awesome. Right, who's next?
Ghorg will do his ritual and sing his song as well.
Okay. Again, just no licking, just doing the ritual.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lick the turd.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't want to get high.
Ghorg. That leaves Poog and Reta, right? Correct?
Yes.
Or Mogmurch too, but
Didn't you do yours already?
no, I just tried to encourage the rest,
Okay.
and then
Well, you did it. You
Chuffy ran in.
you licked your you didn't lick your turn, you held up your turn, you sang your song. That's it. That was the ritual.
I didn't do that. I just said that's what we need to do.
Okay. Sorry. Poog, Reta, and Mogmurch.
So Mogmurch is gonna walk in, and I'm gonna roll perception to see if I can see that Chuffy is high.
Roll perception. His eyes look very big.
And he's waving
Well,
his
he
knife
is a
around.
goblin. All of his eyes always look big.
Bigger than usual. You notice his eyes look bigger than usual, and he seems to be smiling in a really weird way and moving his head like in a really weird way.
Oh,
Mogmurch is going to silently, like, stay underneath his breath, so anyone close to him would probably hear it, except for Chuffy because he's high. He'd say, might be interesting for potion. Throw.
Cool.
And then he's also going to lift up his toad, and he's going to sing his song again.
You got 2. Do you want to hold both of them up?
I only have one.
No, you only have 1. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, go ahead. That leaves Poog and Reta.
Rita's going to do the same. She's just
Cool.
in the loo at this stage. She's
Yep.
not going
Poog.
to lick the toad, though.
Rita's gonna not lick the toad.
Yeah, not lick the toad.
Okay. Lick the toad. Okay. That leaves Poog.
I will do the same and offer both of my toads.
Wow. Great one. Now, while you're all doing this, you suddenly hear a strange scratching and like hissing noise. And especially Chuffy. Chuffy's going to hear it like super loud. It's like chittering noise. And suddenly something catches your attention as you look across and see 3 ferocious grabby cats come running out of the corner towards you, otherwise known as raccoons. And that is where we're going to stop for today because we're out of time.
Trash Panda.
Stop there. Stop there. And then you should be able to finish this in one session, but again, because we actually play pretty well, we'll be continuing the next session. We'll definitely be able to finish in the next session. You guys almost made it through. There's just a little bit left of the adventure. Stop. I'm going to stop my streaming. There we go. Close these. Oh, it's not that one. That one. Close all tabs. I have saved your stats. So you guys don't need to keep a record. If you've got a record, fantastic. But I did keep a record of all your stats, everything that happened, everything that changed. It is in the folder. Any questions, anything before we go?
Nah, I just think
No.
I'll open an Albay room for us so we can use that dice roller because it's better than this damn retarded bot.
Oh, don't go hating the dice bot. It wasn't that bad.